What's going on, YouTube? So I wanted to kind of jump on and kind of expand on what I taught on my last video about the passing chords. There was a couple comments that I wanted to clarify some stuff, but also wanted to give you something dope, another dope passing tool. As far as like the 251 goes, 514 passing, 736 passing. So just so you guys know, in all actuality, those passing chords are realistically just a 251. So the 736, the 514 passing, like this one, the 5, the G. So if I'm playing in the key of C, the 5 is what? The G, the 1 is the C, and then the 4 is the F. This is really just a 251 passing if you look at it. And then I do the 736, right? 7. This is the 1, this is the 7, this is the 3, and then this is the 6. The 736 is a 251 as well. So let me explain it. So a 251 is simply whatever chord you're going to land on, you play. So if I want to land on the C right here, what I'm going to do is play, before I play this C, I'm going to play the 2, which is this D. Then I'm going to play the 5, which is this G, to my 1. So C is my landing chord, my landing note. So I play 2, 5, 1. And let me show you why 736 and 514 are 251 as well. 736, let's just take it still in the key of C, right? The 7 is what? This B. 7. The 3 is this E, and then the 6 is the A. Okay, so we're landing on the 6, right? A is our landing chord. But if you look at it this way, since we're landing on A, what's the second note of A? So we're going to change this into a 251. What's the second note in A? The second note is B. Okay, so this is a 2. And what's the fifth note? E. Back to our A. So in the key of C, this is a 7, 3, 6. But in the key of A, since we're landing on A, it's technically a 251 still. So, because B is the 2, E is the 5, and A is the 1. So whatever chord you're landing on, it's going to be a 251. The same thing applies with the 514 chord progression. So if I take the key of C and I play 5, this is the chord I'm going to play. 5, 1, 4, right? Or we could just do 5, 1, 4. Since I'm landing on F, F is my landing chord. The second of F is G. The fifth of F is C. And this is the 1, since that's my landing chord. Hopefully that makes sense, and hopefully that's able to clarify some stuff. I don't want you to be confused, but I call it what I call it because we're in the key that we're in. Because technically, if I'm in C, this is the 7th. But whatever landing chord or note I go to, I'm going to treat it as the 1 in that moment, and then do a 251. So whatever landing I'm going to, if I'm going to land on this G, right, I'm going to treat now this G as what I'm playing. And the second of this G is what? Is the A. 2. What's the fifth? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's this D. And then it's back to the G. So I want to do A and then D to get to my G. And those are just simple ways of how you can do passing chords. It's treat it as a 251, no matter what key you play it. Now, since I explained that, I want to teach you guys a simple trick. Okay? We're going to do it like this. No, actually, you know what? We're going to do it like this. We're going to play a major 6 note. Because if you play it this way, trust me, you could try it with anything you want. So, you know what I mean? If I play it like this, it's still going to work. Okay, so in my previous video, I talked about diminished 7 chords. So we're gonna expand on that a little bit right now and show you a trick that I do when I do a 2-5-1 passing chord. So let's take the key of C. Let's just do a simple 2-5-1. So a 2-5-1, right, in the key of C is the D, G, D, G, C. So I'm playing the second, the fifth, and the first note. So now we're going to turn those into chords. And if you watched my last video, we talked about using a diminished 7 chord as our passing chord. Now, in this instance, this is my F diminished 7 right here. And we learned that yesterday, that if you take a diminished chord and you go a half step down from whatever note you're playing, it will give you that as a dominant 7 flat 9 chord. Okay, see, I'm playing an A flat in my right hand. A half step down is this G, so I could play this G and play a G dominant 7. Or I could play right here, see this F. What's a half step down is this E. So now that's going to give me E dominant 7 flat 9, or the same with the B. Half step down is this B flat. That gives me a B flat, and same thing with this. Boom. Half step down is this, right? So we could play it obviously right here. Right here. And that gives me a dominant 7 flat 9 chord as my passing chord. But since we're playing a 2-5-1, I want to play the second note. Sorry, in this case, I want to play the 5th note, which the 5th note is this G. So this is going to be my 5. So we're going to end up doing this 2, 5, 1. And all we're going to have to do is just move 2 fingers. And this applies with whatever key you want to play in, whatever chord you want to play. This applies. Just trust me on this one. So the first thing we're going to do is take the 2. We're going to form a chord with the 2. So our second note is going to be this D. So in our right hand, what we're going to do is play an F chord. Okay? So if you look at this is how I form it. This is my logic and how I form it. So if I look at the D chord right here, I like to take the second note of my chord and form that as a chord. So in my right hand, I like to form it in my right hand as a chord. So if this is F right here, my second one, now instead of playing a D in my right hand, I'm going to now play this F as a chord in my right hand and keep the D in the left hand. Pause. Keep the D in the left hand. Okay, so now this gives me a D minor 7. But what we're going to do is add, we're going to add this note right here to get us a F major 6 in our right hand over this D. So it's a D minor 7 still. So look, all we're going to do from this point on to get to our diminished passing chord, to get to our 5 chord, is we're just going to move these 2 fingers, the 2 middle fingers, down a half step. Look, that gives me my F diminished chord. So then we play the 5th note in our left hand. So it's 2, 5, and then all we do to play our 1 now is just move these 2 fingers down a half step. These 2 fingers down a half step, which is going to be this. And play C's in our left. So you could try this with any of the piano scales that you want to try it with. So take your D chord, play the middle note as a chord, okay? And then keep the root note in your left hand. I like to play octaves, or you can just play a single like this. Keep the root note in your left hand. Also add the root note right here, and just move your fingers down half, your 2 middle notes down half a step. And when you do that, play your 5 and then play your 1. So it sounds like okay. And that's a simple trick for your 2-5-1. Okay, you could try it with whatever other key you want to play it in. So hopefully this is a video that makes sense for you. Hopefully I was able to expand a little bit. And someone asked me too, like how do you determine what passing chords you do with these? So if you look at this specific chord and how I showed you that you could play any note half step down from the note you're playing in your right hand, right? So what if I'm going to do a 2-5-1 passing chord, I typically make the 5 note my diminished one. That's just what I do because I want that strong tension prior to me landing on the note. So it doesn't matter. So I could choose, like, we'll do the other diminished one. Okay, so look. So I have a D flat diminished 7. Let's just say I want to land on a D chord. So what's 5th of D? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Is this A? Okay. So now before I get to this D chord, I'm gonna play this 5th chord as a diminished 7 chord. Okay. So I'm gonna play A in my left hand, and then I'm gonna play my diminished 7 chord in my right hand. So my right hand's playing in this diminished 7 because what? B flats right here. What's a half step down? It's this A. So now that gives me my dominant 7 flat 9 chord. And I want this chord because of the tension. There's no other reason why. Like, there's no, like, this is set in stone, you should do this chord. You could just do a regular A chord. You could do an A minor chord. You could do a regular chord. You could do a dominant, just a regular dominant A chord. I choose to do this chord because of the tension that it brings before I land right here. And no matter what you're playing, you could just choose whatever note you want to land on, play the 5th of that note as a diminished chord before you land on that chord, and it will sound dope. There's no other, I guess, explanation for it other than it brings that tension. This is found in jazz. It's found in, gospel music. And it makes it sound cool. So hopefully it makes sense. Appreciate you guys watching. Peace.